And now, Land of the Brave by J. Cotto.
Hello? Anybody there? Hello? Anybody there? Shit, hello? Anybody?
Story written by J. Cotto. Edited by J. Cotto. Music by Esquadron Music. Enjoy the intro and chapter 1.
Door. Yeah. Melbourne, Florida. Stores are closing. Jobs are being left. Homes are being boarded up. And the CDC has issued warnings of a super strain that allows people to rise from the dead. A virus that was named COVID-19. And it came straight from China. A doctor from America has been charged, and basically the son of a bitch refuses responsibility. 600,000 people had died. Well, died then just got up after death. So are they really dead? Most had died, only hours, and some were dead for days. We're still not clear on how this fucking virus works. But I know, once transmitted, one supposedly dies from it. But I've had it, and many others I knew or know. They're fine. The elderly or people with a compromised immune system have passed. Not the young and healthy. The compromised and the elderly. They're the ones that have risen from the dead, once dying. Most would just bite people, and the virus somehow mutated, turning the victim into a rabid creature of the dead. All we know is that there is autoimmunity, but once bitten by these things, it's all over. The mark of the beast is what we call it. So many conflicts over mandates, injections, booster shots, and the politicians, they were all for it. Meanwhile, those that are in government are not subjected to these goddamn mandates. Why? More population control? Perhaps. I think it's deeper than that. This virus, it doesn't discriminate. Nor does it care if you're a child. Freedom fighters, well, now they've become hunters of these things. The United States of America has become the #1 breeding ground. Other countries have closed their borders. But this fucking country, the so-called officials and politicians in office wanted our borders open to all. Our previous president, well, he built the wall. As the new so-called president and his administration had tore it down. The border patrol agencies, they were defunded. Police in all states and cities, and emergency workers as well. Are we being set up for the kill? Fucking seems like it. Big time. And our so-called leaders, well, they basically set us up for the fucking kill. It took no more than 3 months for infection to spread. But bite infections increase as the dead are populating every state, every city. All moral fiber, it's basically been lost. And it's all becoming the 50 states of the survival grounds. What our past soldiers have fought for, past or present, was nothing. All for nothing. The military has also been compromised. Remember, land of the free, home of the brave? That shit no longer exists, except for land of the brave. One has to be brave to stand up for what you love, to stand up for what's left. But home of the free, that shit no longer exists. No longer exists. Hello? Hello? This is Night Ranger. Come in.
Chapter 1, GameStop.
This fucking walkie-talkie. Why am I even carrying this shit? It's been 3 days. No fucking Maury. Shit. I hope he's okay. Found this fucking spot. Well, actually, I landed back. I can't believe we got swarmed like that. I can't fucking believe this crisis. It's major. Like a fucking George and Romero movie. Just like it. What's funny is that these fucking movies warned us. Shit. They fucking warned us. Unbelievable. Maury, come in. Maury, come in. This Night Ranger. You there? Maury, come in, god damn it. Shit. Fuck. The infection came as a flu type. Like a virus. But what's incredible? This government got almost all of us, the US and other countries, into getting the vax. The fucking jab. But the fucking vax was just an activator. The major ingredient. The major ingredient to waken these fucking dead people up. The first time I saw someone turn, was when I went to a fucking GameStop. Right around my neighborhood. Went to get a figure. Yeah. Grown man playing with toys. Then outside, a man just grabbed a girl. Then outside, a man just grabbed a girl. He just bit down on her arm. He bit straight down on her fucking arm. And she just screamed like it was Horrible. It was fucking horrible. And I'll tell you, this man just kept fucking biting down on her. He ate her fucking ear. Then went to town on her eyes. It was fucking nuts. His eyes rabid, red, and he had lots of blood on his shirt already. She then just stopped moving. The clerk used his cell phone to call 911. Then as we looked outside, we saw the girl get up and attack other people. It was crazy. People who were screaming, just screaming in horror. And people who were running from the rabid man. I mean, really running. And I tell you, it was fucking horrifying. Terrifying. I mean, everything you can put at the same time. Everybody was screaming in fucking panic. Then there was a girl, a varsity player. She grabbed a baseball bat. She just happened to be eating pizza as that rabid man came by. And I tell you right now, he mauled her face with his teeth. And then she grabbed the next girl and started mauling her face. The crowd was in fucking panic. I couldn't believe my fucking eyes. Then people started turning. It was fucking horrible. Real fucking horrible. My knees went limp. The other teammates just started beating her with a bat. As I turned my head, I saw that first fucking rabid-looking man look straight at me. And he started walking towards me. I was in the store. I told the clerk, close the fucking store. He ran and tried to close the door as the man and two others that had turned tried to force the door open. There were two other shoppers with us. We ran to the door to help him, and we were successful. I then asked him two questions. Can you bring the electric gate down? And the second was, do you have a back door out here? And as everything was getting more and more hectic, more and more people started fucking turning. It was like a turn fiesta here. We went to the back of the storage room where the little office had. He then hit the button and the gate started going down. The gate then jammed halfway because of the corpse that was sitting upright. Its head, it held it open. I told him to turn it off. Then I went to the door. That's right. I went to the fucking door. I was scared as fuck. was really fucking scared. My heart started pounding every step I took near the fucking door. The growling, the screaming. Any other day, I never would have done this. But I had to. I looked outside and many people were turning and running into the streets. It was fucking nuts. The worst part about it, cars started crashing. People getting hit by the cars and the sheriffs. They were shooting their guns. The other three, they stood in the back. Way in the back. I was just there, shocked. There was nothing else I could do. Just looking out the grated window and the gate that covered it. Folks, I tell you, this was really, really fucking nuts. Nobody would have believed this. I felt bad for everyone who was turning. I didn't know what else to do. I really didn't. As I turned to walk to the back, I didn't even expect it, but I heard a sound. A sheriff's car. Came crashing through the fucking front. Missing me by inches. Missing me by fucking inches. Well, almost. Because a 4-inch glass shard hit my calf muscle, my left leg, and I dropped in pain as it went through my tibia bone as well. Some of the bitten had entered the fucking store. There I was, screaming in pain as they were getting closer. I crawled in, bit down on my lip. The clerk opened the door to the storage as the other two dragged me in. I told the clerk to barricade the door after he closed it. He used a couple of huge boxes and whatever else was left in storage and put it right in front of it. One of the people had ripped off their shirt and applied pressure to my leg to stop the bleeding. The 4-inch shard was still in my leg. The person who was applying pressure said, "We're going to have to pull that out." I just told her to do it. She went to remove it, but I stopped her and said, wait. I grabbed my shirt. I ripped the sleeve. I think it was the right one. I rolled it up, put it in my mouth, and mumbled, "Okay, go." She grabbed it and pulled it out. The pain was intense as I and tried to hold back my agonizing scream. She then took the shard out and tossed it to the corner and went to the first aid kit attached to the wall and poured alcohol and betadine all on it. Then tried to apply more pressure to it. She then ripped another cloth. She wrapped it on it and said, "The bleeding's minor, but you need to get stitches, sir." I told her to call me by my first name. I said, "Call me Robert." Then she told me her name was Carol. The other two, the clerk and another guy, said, "I'm Tony." The clerk said his name was Evan. It was obvious because it was on his fucking name tag. Now, on the other side of that barricaded door was chaos and the zombified. I picked up my cell and I called my wife and told her to get in the car and to drive to Montana. She then asked me what was going on. I got frustrated and told her to fucking drive to our reserved bug out spot. Yeah, we had a bunker. Anyway, she then said she would, and I told her about what happened, and she said, "I saw the news, but I wasn't sure. I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to meet you there. Please, please, meet me there." I promised I would, and told her to be careful, and to shoot anyone who dared to even invade her space. I also told her to leave my gun with ammo at our house. I already had my car. She had a truck. So she would be okay, as well as the fact is her being a pro behind the trigger. And that's with any gun. 10 minutes later, she texted me and she told me she was on the road. Now, I was a bit relieved. My leg was bleeding and pulsating with pain, but not as much. Not much that I could handle. I could feel the swelling though. I looked at the camera control that the store had and noticed that my car wasn't harmed. I told them that I was leaving. The problem was that I had to go outside through the back door and go around. Carol said, "Man, you'll never make it. Just stay here." I then told her, as I laid on the ground, "No, I have to get to my house, then my bunker in Montana." Evan, the clerk, then said, "Wait, you have a bunker?" I also told them that they could tag along. Tony then said, "You said your house. What's there?" I told them I had guns and ammo, as well as some bug out bags. Then they all said yes. As we opened the door, we looked around. Just to make sure that the coast was clear. We hit the side of the store, then we walked to the front, and we entered the car. The clerk said, "Look, they still think we're inside of the office," as the 7 of the bitten were banging on the door. The office door, that is. They then got in. If we would have stayed 2 more minutes, we would have been done. Clearly. I backed the car up. And we left to the house. Here I am with 4 strangers, and I'm going to my house. Now, as I drive, I'm in deep thought, and so are they. They all decided to call their families. We then hit the destination. I got out, but left the car running, and I told Carol to stay in the car with the doors locked. I then opened the door to my house, got my guns. I gave one to Evan. He posted up right in front of the house. I gave Tony the 3 bug-out bags. We all looked at each other. I then locked the door to my house. I looked at it and said, "I'll be back for you." And as I turned around, a good person tried to charge at me. It was coming fast. Evan took aim. I shot the big woman in the face. She just dropped. He had the M60, and I had an HK1. He shot that shit with precision. Off to Montana. We went. And I tell you, it gets even crazier.
Coming soon, Chapter 2. Thank you for joining Land of the Brave. We hope you enjoy. Good night. And remember, they're out there.